Hi guys, today we're going to talk about leads generated from internet marketing, i.e. digital web leads. So there is a couple of ways that most businesses that we speak to generate leads in this day and age. And the first one is networking. So they might go to their local chamber of commerce or a BNI networking meeting. Or something of that sort, some kind of networking referral type business. The other one is they might have an in-house, if they're decent enough size, they might have an in-house marketing department which runs ads on the likes of Google AdWords search or Facebook, and they're trying their hand at digital marketing internally. The problem with that is that they tend to, the business tends to focus on what they're good at, which is selling their product or services. They don't really care so much about marketing, or they do care, but they don't care enough to make it work. So generally, that's the two ways that I see most businesses that we talk to are trying to generate their leads at the moment. So what are businesses' other options? When they start growing and becoming a little bit bigger and having some success, other avenues are open up to them. So they can start looking at print media, they can look at billboards, they can look at radio, and they can look at television if they have a huge budget. And I'm not saying that these don't work, but they're much harder to measure a return on investment. For example, if they spend £10,000 on running an advert in a national newspaper, it's probably more than that actually, more money than that, then it becomes really hard to measure how well it has worked. Yes, there might be more phone calls and there might be an uptake in inquiries, but they don't know that whether that's come from their Google AdWords effort or their television or their radio. So it's very hard to measure how well it's working, and it's also very expensive. How do we generate leads? So we generate leads via digital marketing, predominantly through Facebook. And the reason why this works so well and the quality of leads is so good is because we find out from the client the type of person that is their ideal client, their ideal applicant, right? So we can then take that information and go to Facebook and say target only men between the ages of 45 and 55 that have got a family and have got a home, for example. So it allows us to advertise accurately to the right people and then send those right people to a lead generation website that we own, right? So once someone clicks on our ad, that demographic that we're talking about, and they hit our lead generation website, we then are able to get those people to fill in a form on our website, and then we pass those leads on to our clients. So rather than have, let's say our client was doing some print advertising, they might pay, as I said before, £10,000 for some adverts, but they don't know how many leads they get from us, from print advertising. With us, we are able to send them exact number of leads for that £10,000 budget. Whether, let's just say they're paying £100 per lead. That means they're getting 100 leads for those £10,000 spent, and they know exactly how much return on investment they're getting from those leads. And that's why we think digital marketing and selling leads is the lifeblood of any business. How valuable are lead generation agencies? Well, this is a great question, because we used to work on what's called a retainer basis. So we would work for a client and generate business for them for a fee of, say, £1,000 a month or something like that. But that didn't work so well. So what we decided to do was sell leads to these businesses on a cost per lead basis. And what happened is the first week, a client would come to us and say, let's order 100 leads, okay? They ordered 100 leads, we delivered them, and they generated, say, £5,000 worth of business from those 1,000 leads. They kept on going for a little bit longer. Then next month, they doubled that order to 200 leads per week, and then 400 leads per week. So suddenly they were generating a lot of revenue from our leads, okay? They no longer had to go to these networking events. They never had to worry about TV advertising or radio or anything where they couldn't measure a return on investment. they have been able to measure return on investment accurately, and they have been able to scale their business because of the model that we offer. And because of that, we've become extremely valuable to these businesses. They don't have the skills to do it themselves, so they rely on us. We're like the lifeblood of their business. So businesses, when they start with us, they might offer to buy 100 leads from us, okay? And they generate maybe £5,000 worth of revenue from those 100 leads, which is a great return on investment. So usually they kind of suss it out for a bit, and they order 100 leads a week for 3 or 4 weeks, and then they're like, hang on, we're doing so well, why don't we double the volume? If we've got enough sales staff, why don't we double the volume? So they'll order 200, and then a month later they'll order 400. Because they're earning so much money and they're getting such a great return on investment from their leads, they will keep ordering more and more and more and more. And they reward us substantially for that. Not to mention the money, but this weekend I'm going up to see Michael McIntyre. The client has paid for a corporate box in Glasgow. Last week a client sent us a bottle of 120 pound Amarone. They understand how useful we are to their business, and they look after us, and that's why lead generation agencies are the lifeblood of any business. So if you would like to learn a little bit more about how we have figured out how to build a lead generation agency, how to generate those leads, find clients to sell them to, and generally make a really profitable agency that has allowed me to work less and make more money, then we're holding a masterclass this week where we'll explain the whole model. You get to look over our agency's shoulder and see exactly what we've done. It's a really valuable, kind of transparent masterclass, and I think you'll learn a lot, so please do join us.